Hi guys, and welcome to this longer form video of the Samp and beans that I posted about a month ago. And Samp, which is basically dried corn kernels that are like pounded and chopped up, and some cowpea beans. I forgot what they're called, but they're just beans. Okay, and depending on who you are, this can be either sweet or savory. I prefer it savory. This is something that carried me through my university days when the pantry was pretty empty, but there was some bits and pieces over there, so I'd just mix and create something because I thought it would work well with Samp and beans, and I just throw everything together. And one of the things that I'd mix in were carrots and potatoes, like in this recipe. Now on this particular day we did have load shedding for like 2 hours, but thankfully after I'd washed and rinsed my Samp and beans, as you saw at the start of the video, once I'd washed and rinsed that, I put it on the stove immediately. And it wasn't until like about an hour or so later that the power went out for a couple of hours, and the stove thankfully was still hot enough to kind of cook them, even though it was a slow kind of cooking process. So basically you can just see me chopping the veg up, which is the carrots and the potatoes up, using the phone flashlight because it still was dark at that point. And then by the time power came back, thankfully, as you can see, the beans and everything was still steaming, so that was a good thing. And usually when they cook to this point, I like to add like a whole knob of butter or margarine, hard margarine, and a little bit of oil. And because this is a savory version, I added a lot of spices. There's some that were added off camera, such as like a few chili powder, my favorite seasoning, which is the 7 colors seasoning. I added chicken stock as well, and masala flavoring as well. Masala seasoning, yes, that. So I added all these things for this savory version because I was just craving it. Sometimes, guys, my cravings just get to me, honestly. I'll crave sweet and then I'll crave extremely salty, but this was just not even salty. It was good enough. And also I am sharing with a whole family, so I have to consider their taste palettes as well, whether they can tolerate salt and spice the way that I can. So this is basically me making it, and that was my dad's serving plate. Thank you for watching.